the best black sitcoms, TV shows, what I'm saying, of all time. And, you know, it's just, it's a lot of there's a lot of great shows, you know what I'm saying? And I'm basically gonna put my top 10. I was gonna have a top five, but like, I definitely need more. I definitely need more than that, man. I need more than five, five. So I best gotta put 10 that shit. What's good, S Young? What's good, man? Yeah, man. Chilling, man. You already know. Man, yeah, my top 10, it's not gonna be in any particular order, but I'm just gonna put out here like this. Yeah, there was my cash app donation, dollar sign Wilt Strong 86, for the nation, you know what I'm saying? And of course, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. All right, the first sitcom I'm gonna talk about today, the first black TV show I'm gonna talk about today is basically like my top two. That's Martin. Like, man, like, yo, like, at the end of the day, man, you can't say nothing bad about this show, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is definitely a classic, man. Yeah, R.P. to Tommy, man. Thomas Michael Ford, man. You know, R.P. to him. But this show, this show was, man, this show was funny as hell, man. Like, man, this is right after, like, Martin had appearances in House Party 2. He was even on the Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee and shit like that. And he did Def Comedy Jam, man. Like, yo, that shit brought a lot of comedians, you know. It basically gave a lot of comedians a chance, you know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Griffin, Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle, man. You know what I'm saying? He was the host of that shit when that shit first started. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I said, S Young, what you talking about, man? That was right after Def Comedy Jam. That's what I'm talking about, man. Def Comedy Jam came after the House Party movies and shit like that. Then after that, that's when Martin came. Martin came out and shit. Oh yeah, yeah. What's good, NEK? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. One of my favorite episodes, man. This one, this nigga Martin Lawrence, man, Martin Payne, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker got knocked out by Tommy Hearn, man. This nigga was mad because Tommy Hearn, you know what I'm saying, he tried to holler at Gina, you know what I'm saying? I don't blame him, but at the same time, man, this nigga's a heavyweight, man. This nigga's a champion and shit, man. Like, nigga, man, like chill, nigga. But that shit was funny, man, especially when he got knocked out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not a nigga out of the ring all the way to the motherfucking wall. Yeah, T Price, he was word. Yeah, T Price, he wasn't even born yet, man. You already know T Price. He be here all night talking about when this young little nigga S Young wasn't born yet, man. Talking about Boomerang, man. Boomerang came out in 1992, man. That was basically the same year this TV show came out. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, when they was doing the Boomerang, that was around the same time that Comedy Jam was popping. But yeah. Anyway, man, like I said, man, like, yo, that shit was funny, man. Knocked that nigga out the ring. Nigga went straight to the wall. That motherfucker was looking, yo, that motherfucker like some type of nematode, man. He like some Benny Bennett. He like a dark skinned Benny Pollywog, my nigga. When that motherfucker came home, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, God, I'm like, damn, the fuck is going on? Yeah, man, that was a funny ass show for real. That was a funny ass episode. Then like the next episode from Martin, man, was oh yeah, that nigga yo, that nigga Brun man, man. That nigga Brun man, The motherfuckers was at Martin's house, Martin's apartment, right? For that boxing match and shit like that. You basically charging everybody, what was it, like $5, $10 to get in and shit like that. This motherfucking bruh man gonna come in there, you know what I'm saying? Well, what's good, Aries 23? This motherfucking bruh man gonna come in there. They gonna act like he home or some shit, man. Like he got no home trainer or something, man. What's wrong with that nigga, man? This motherfucker took his fucking nasty ass boots off, man. This motherfucker had a sock. This motherfucker had a sock, you know what I'm saying, chilling and shit like that. And like Martin said, like, yo, man, why you got your boot out here, man? Smell, why you got your socks out here smelling like fucking sauerkraut and all that shit? Yeah, he was 23. Like, yeah, this motherfucker this motherfucker wore this nigga robe and shit like that. I mean, he stretched out his t-shirt. I'm like, damn, man. Like that was real life, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be mad just like Martin, man. But that shit was crazy. But another fucked up thing about the episode was when that one girl that Cole brought to the boxing thing. Like, yeah, she act like she was with Cole, and all of a sudden she kissing Tommy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the first times at a young age to let me know, like, yo, man, this girl's for the like those type of girls are for the streets, man. You can't go to friend and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And she should have told Tommy, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Tommy's fault, you know what I'm saying? She should have told Tommy, my nigga. She should have told Tommy, like, yeah, I'm with Cole and shit like that. Then out of nowhere, she gonna fuck with that out of nowhere, she gonna fuck with old ass Stan. Like, that's just, man, that's just, hey man, I just let you know, man, that girl is really for the streets, man. Like, that's just crazy. And Shanae had an appearance, fight with Pam and shit like that because she couldn't go in. But yeah, man, that was a funny episode. And the next episode, man, was when everybody know this episode, man. That ain't no damn puppy. Like, yo, them motherfuckers was fighting that. I don't know what the fuck that shit was. Like a raccoon slash dog. I don't know what the fuck that shit was. Motherfuckers was or Martin and Payne was fighting that motherfucker. It was crazy. Like Gene was scared. But Tommy big ass Tommy big ass was scared to fight that motherfucker, man. It is crazy because that shit was Chilligan's Island, man. Like, how the fuck you win a trip somewhere called Chilligan's Island off a fucking cereal box, man? Like, that's some comedy, man. Like, that's why that shit's a classic, man. Yeah, that's like a fucking raccoon dog, whatever the fuck it is. Like, that shit crazy. And like, yeah, man, oh man, that was just a crazy ass show, man. That was a crazy ass episode right there, man. And like, what I'm saying, there's definitely a few guest appearances, man. Mama Payne. Martin always get mad, he always get mad or whatever. Not mad, but he always talk about the biscuits. Like, that's my mama biscuits. And he was crazy when that bird died, man. Like, my mama bird. That nigga was mad as fuck when that bird died, man. You know what I'm saying? And Mama Payne, Mama Payne had me crying when she was at Reverend Lonnie Love's church, you know what I'm saying? And she just going crazy. She go like, how the fuck you gonna bite? How the fuck you gonna bite a piece off the pew, man? How the fuck you gonna bite a piece off a pew, man? Like, that shit is crazy. Them motherfuckers went too far with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, David Allen Greer, who played Reverend Lonnie Love, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, man. That nigga was fucked up, man. Cause like, yo, he was trying to get at his cut. Like, he seemed like he wanted to fuck his own cousin, man. I'm like, damn, man. Shit, it's not that bad, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga, man, boy, nah, man. The Wiltz, the Knicks is back, man. Knicks gotta win that shit tomorrow, man. But you know what I'm saying? I'll talk about that shit later on. You already know. But yeah, man, Reverend Lonnie Love, man. David Allen Greer, man. That motherfucker is stupid, man. That motherfucker is stupid. Of course, Tommy Davidson was in that shit. He played Varnell Hill. This nigga Varnell Hill is crazy, man. He had his own fucking song, man. This motherfucker's damn, what the fuck? Um Nah, it's crazy. It's basically they was making fun of Arsenio Hall. A lot of people didn't know that shit, man. They was making fun of Arsenio Hall. That's what the Varnell Hill shit was supposed to be, man. Supposed to make fun of that nigga Arsenio Hall and shit like that. Oh man, that shit was crazy. That was the Hollywood swinging shit, like season 2, man. Hollywood swinging, man. When Cole won that Cole somehow Cole won a fucking trip to Hollywood off his fucking airport shit. His airport job, whatever the fuck it is. And like that's how Martin's like, fucking man, I don't go to Hollywood. So Varnell Hill could have me. Word, Area 23. Word, that motherfucker went over there, Varnell Hill show, man. Started fucking singing Jodeci and shit like that. He was singing with Jodeci and like Varnell Hill just looking at him crazy. Cause all the nigga asked was 3 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was working at the same company, man. Y'all had the same boss. You told this motherfucker in his face, like, yeah, man, talking all mad proper, like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Hollywood, man, I definitely got you, man. I definitely got you, man. Like, come on, man. You played that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? You played that nigga. You wouldn't give this nigga 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's why Gina had to go off for Martin. That's why Cole had to stand up for that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I don't blame Martin for that shit, man. That was some real life shit. Cause that is fucked up, man. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, it's just a lot of man, Martin is a classic, man. It's just too many episodes, man. I ain't gonna fucking lie, man. Too many episodes, you know what I'm saying? You got a little dog with a bald head with the fucking shag in the back. With the fucking Coke bottle glasses and shit. You got my nigga Oldest ass nigga. That nigga had like how this old ass motherfucker, man, whooping everybody ass, man. Especially that strong nigga. That strong nigga was at the ATM, nigga. Like, that shit ain't no real shit, but that shit comedy, man. That shit funny. Dragonfly Jones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was always getting his ass whooped by his fucking students, nigga. Like, what kind of shit is that? How the fuck you always get your ass whooped by some students, man? A word, it live inside, yeah, like, yo, it's a lot of theories about that. Did Tommy ever get a job? It was that one episode, Martin and Gina, they finally went on a stakeout to see what was Tommy doing, and they found Tommy at a fucking strip club or some shit. But at the same time, it's like Tommy had a fucking oh yeah, Penn was there too. But Tommy at the same time, he was telling everybody, he said, I'm just doing this for charity. Cause Martin's like, why the fuck you over there shaking your ass for cash, Tommy? You know what I'm saying? Tommy like, nah, fuck that, man. This is charity, man. This is charity, man. It's a charity, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tommy, nah, on some real shit. Tommy did have a job though. The first 2 seasons, he was like a what was he? He was like assistant. He was a teacher, like he was like assistant, whatever, for like a student assistant, whatever, at a school, whatever. So like that's the real job that Tommy had. Just later on, it was an ongoing joke and shit like that. You know, yeah, that's how it is. And what you talking about, man, boy? We talking about how old was I when the first Prince came out, man? The fuck you talking about, nigga? Shit, you want to talk about Fresh Prince, nigga? All right, man. Fuck it, man. Let's talk about Fresh Prince, man. Fresh Prince is a classic, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Fresh Prince is a classic, man. That's definitely my top two. That's definitely my top two, man. And you definitely see how you know, how Will Smith grown, man. Will Smith grown from, you know, being a rapper, Fresh Prince, him and Jazzy Jeff, you know what I'm saying? They had their group and shit like that. And then like all of a sudden, this nigga just boom, like he just like fuck it, like he was good enough to have his own fucking show. And after that, you know what I'm saying, this, everything just went off on forward after that shit. or any K. Yeah, man. And yeah, man. RP to Uncle Phil. It's crazy because when I saw that Fresh Prince reunion, man, that shit, man. Shit, that was made a grown nigga shed a tear, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like yo, niggas grew up on that shit, man. And Uncle Phil, I ain't gonna lie, man. James Avery, man. James Avery, man. Like he definitely was a great actor. And he was like, you could definitely, especially in that reunion, it really tells you, like, yo, like he really showed everybody that he really taught Will Smith the way to be one of the best actors right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that scene that, you know what I'm saying, especially all the females cry at, you know what I'm saying? Like this very emotional scene when, you know what I'm saying, like his dad came, act like he's cool with him, and all of a sudden he gonna tell him like, oh yeah, we about to go with him, we gotta go on a trip, whatever. And Will Smith, like he basically ready to go and shit like that, and all of a sudden he did the same shit again. You know what I'm saying? He leave, he didn't say nothing. And then Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying, Will Smith is like, you know what I'm saying, why he don't like me, you know what I'm saying? Then he started crying and shit like that. And then he had, then Uncle Phil gave him that big hug and shit like that. And that's some real shit, man, because you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of deadbeat dads out there, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's sad, you know, it's some sad shit, man, but it's some real shit. That's what made that show not just real funny, but real, you know what I'm saying? Some real shit. The year 3000 degrees, Carlton dancing and shit like that. That motherfucker's crazy, man. They years later they put that nigga shit on what's that shit called Fortnite, man. These young little niggas be playing as young them young niggas be playing right now, Fortnite and shit like that. They be using that niggas dance, man. You know, it says motherfucker listen to Tom Jones. It's about it's not unusual. Oh shit. But I ain't gonna lie, Alfonso Ribeiro, man, who played Carlton, man. That nigga was funny, man. That nigga was funny, man. That nigga was funny as hell, especially when T Price. My nigga T Price always be saying, man, with that basketball game, man. That basketball game, this nigga like he was jealous because like not just the whole family, but his dad, you know what I'm saying, James Avery, Uncle Phil, you know what I'm saying, like he was, you know what I'm saying, like he was like he really favored Will Smith more. Like he basically was showing Will Smith a lot of love. But Carlton didn't understand, like he needed, you know what I'm saying? Oh word, you suck at Fortnite, it's all good, man. You know, say, hey, that's for late, you know, that's for y'all younger generation, man. I don't know about no Fortnite, man. But yeah, man, it's a message in that shit too, man, because Carlton, man, he gotta understand, man, you know what I'm saying? Will Smith didn't have his dad then. Like his mom was all way in Philly and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have all the, you can't have all the love, you know what I'm saying? But what T Price always be saying, man, it's like, yo, how the fuck is they gonna take how the hell you gonna take the ball from this nigga and shoot the ball, clenching your fist, smiling and shit like that, like you really got that shit, and you fucking airball that shit out of bounds, man. Like, yo, that shit is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? The hood, motherfuckers get their ass knocked out for that, man. You was in the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy, man. But it was cool, man. It definitely showed a few people's talents, like Ashley Banks, the person who played what's the name? Tatiana Ali. You know what I'm saying? She was showing she was singing, she could really sing and things like that. And she basically just showed like it basically just showed you like yo man, you can be hot one minute and after that, like you're not, especially you let the shit get to you, you know what I'm saying? Especially you don't have the right people to help you and shit like that. But oh yeah, man, I gotta say this, man. What a lot of people a lot of people say about this show, man, about Vivian Banks, man. About Vivian Banks, man. The dark skin, like, see, that's why I don't got the light skin Vivian Banks in here, man. Because I, you know, saying that's not being too real, man. I can't put a light skin Vivian Banks in there. Because the light skin Vivian Banks, man, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't Vivian Banks. She was just sitting there, just she wasn't being that strong, you know, mother in the household, man. You know what I'm saying? She it just wasn't different. It was mad different, but it wasn't being real. And the dark skinned Vivian Banks, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, come on, man. I was so mad when she got cut off of that shit, man. But hey, they still continue on. But at the end of the day, everybody know who the best Vivian Banks was. You know what I'm saying? Cause she was also funny. She was also talented and shit like that. And at the end of the day, she would tell your ass off. She wasn't scared to tell your ass off. She would come in the hood, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She'll come in the hood, take off her earrings and shit like that, and try to fight hood niggas. Like man, like the light skin, you know, the light skin, Vivian Banks wouldn't do that shit. Hell no. Nah. But yeah, salute to you, Anna. Yeah, for real. Kid Trunks 44, 3,000 degrees. Word. Yo, T Price, why I got yo T Price? Come on, man. Yo, you funny, man. But anyway, man. Well, yeah, Jeffrey Butler, man. Jeffrey Butler was saying some sarcastic shit all the time, man. That's what made that nigga funny. You know what I'm saying? He always talked about Uncle Phil's weight and shit like that. Like that nigga didn't give a fuck, man. That nigga didn't give a fuck. Like low key, man. He probably one of the coolest niggas on the show, man. Like that nigga was saying some low key comebacks at motherfuckers, man. Nobody couldn't fuck with nobody couldn't fuck with that. Oh man. Hillary Banks, oh man, she crazy. She crazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially the first line. I never forget the first line. She said, "Daddy, I need $300." I'm like, what? Like, but it do tell you how a lot of how a lot of rich, girls coming up is that's how they really are though. You know. But she was also funny on that. Jazzy Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Jazzy Jeff, man. This motherfucker always want this. Yeah, man. He wanted Hillary. He wanted Hillary Banks so bad, man. He wanted that so bad, man. That's why Uncle Phil had to pick that nigga up, throw that nigga in the house. Nigga said, like nigga, I would be the same way, man. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. I know why you here, motherfucker, man. Stop trying to holler at my daughter, nigga. The fuck wrong with you, man? Fuck out of here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame Uncle Phil for that, man. At the end of the day. You know, that's some real shit. Yeah, it's some real shit. And like, it's a lot of guest appearances on that show. Like Queen Latifah. Yeah, she was playing the asshole to Hillary one time, and then she tried to play somebody who trying to be with Will Smith. It's weird. I don't know how the fuck they did that shit. But Queen Latifah played two different characters, and one of Will Smith's friend, Tyreek, whatever his name is, man, he was cool and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whatever happened to him, man. Because like after them first 3 seasons, you never heard that motherfucker no more. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Area 23, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, because somebody had a dream. That's why. Somebody had a bad dream. Oh yeah, it was a Halloween thing. Because it was a year after that Trevor incident. You know what I'm saying? When Trevor was like, "Hillary, will you marry?" And that motherfucker died, you know what I'm saying? That bungee jump shit, you know what I'm saying? That Halloween episode, the year after that shit, that's when everything went like totally wrong. And that was the time when Jazzy Jeff, he threw Uncle Phil. That motherfucker threw Uncle Phil in the house, man. Like that shit was stupid. But yeah, they even had Donald Trump on there, man. But I ain't gonna talk about that. You know, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna talk about that shit. Bo Jackson, they had even had BBD. And a lot of young niggas out there don't know who the fuck BBD is, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to go back in your history, man. Learn what the hell that is. But yeah, man, it was definitely a good show, man. Especially you know what I'm saying, he tried to go back in the house when he was in the hospital. I guess he had his tonsils or some shit like that. He stuck in the house and everybody hiding in the bed. This dude Uncle Phil sat on the bed. Everybody like, that shit was stupid as fuck, man. At that time when Fresh Prince and Carlton, like they tricked um they tricked Jeffrey in that fucking tape or whatever. Like he won a lot of money. Oh shit, that shit was crazy. Plus the last episode was sad, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, like when they showed the reunion too, that made Will Smith cry, you know, because he really felt that because, you know what I'm saying, he said like, oh, I don't know. I said, oh yeah, I don't know, I don't know because I don't know, I don't know, I'm gonna see y'all, you know, see y'all that much no more. We ain't gonna be family, whatever. And like feels like we always gonna be family. You always gonna be my son or some shit like that. And yeah, that shit was sad, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it's one of the funniest movies, you know. Keenan Kill. I ain't gonna lie, Keenan Kill. Yeah, man, boy, Keenan Kill. That shit was funny. It's not my top 10, but nah, you know what I'm saying. We all gonna talk after though, you know what I'm saying. Keenan Kill, that shit was funny as hell. Yeah. Oh yeah, 3,000 Degrees. Yeah, when him and Trey, what's his name? Trey or Tariq, whatever the fuck. Yeah, what the fuck his name is. Try to get in the video and BBD was doing that shit. And all of a sudden it rained because they had all the fucking furniture outside. Like, you know, that was real life, man. That should have been a lot worse than what it was, man. You know? Yeah, T Price, yeah, NK wasn't even born when Bell Biv DeVoe came out. Come on now. But anyway, next show, man. The Cosby Show, man. Yeah. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a damn, man. I don't give a damn. A lot of y'all think, man, oh yeah, Bill Cosby this, Bill Cosby was guilty for doing all this shit and like why you entertaining Bill Cosby and all this bullshit? Like, man, I don't give a damn, man. Now, I understand. I ain't gonna lie. That is fucked up. At the end of the day, I don't believe. Like, I don't know. I just don't believe it because like he was about to be president. He was trying to be for president for NBC, and all of a sudden, all this bullshit happened. All the woman came out and stuff like that and say he. Anyway, man, I ain't gonna talk about that right now. But anyway, no matter, yeah, T Price, no matter what, Cosby Show is a fucking classic. No matter what, man. You know, see your boy Cliff Huxtable, man. Yo, that nigga, that nigga crazy, man. This motherfucker will always This nigga will always get on Theo, man. Like, why he always get on Theo all the time, man? You know what I'm saying? Say Theo. Denise. You know what I'm saying? Rudy. Like, come on, man. That nigga Bill Cosby was funny as hell, man. This motherfucker always had the expensive ass sweaters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, this nigga. But at the same time, man, he was giving great advice, man. You know what I'm saying? And like that's why. Oh, for real, T Price. Yeah, yeah, Theo did. Yeah, Theo did. Yeah, for real. He did end up being one of the best kids out of them. But yeah, Cliff, Cliff Huxtable, he definitely taught good lessons and stuff like that. And he's doing this thing, being a doctor, man. You know what I'm saying? That was basically like one of the first shows that was telling, a lot of especially black families out there that like, yo, you could be like that too, you know what I'm saying? You basically you basically have, like positive, great professions, man, and still, you know, and still survive, man, because there's a lot of people out there that's promoting shit like like fucked up families and shit like that, dysfunctional families, shit like that. But like Bill Cosby, man, he's like, fuck that, man. We ain't gonna show that. We gonna show some real shit. Set the standard and shit like that, man. And he had a fine ass wife, man. He had a fine ass wife, man. Claire Huxtable, man. Like, damn. Claire Huxtable was a lawyer too. What? Man, shit, man. Like, yo, she was saying her slick shit too, especially to that nigga Elvin. That nigga Elvin was saying a lot of macho shit. You know what I'm saying? Elvin was saying a lot of man macho shit and shit like that, man. And like Claire Huxtable was putting a nigga in his place. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit be funny as hell. And Sandra, you know what I'm saying? Sandra was cool. Sandra was cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I probably don't remember too much about Sandra like that, but word, she be there and she don't be there, you know. And Vanessa, you know what I'm saying? Like Vanessa, you know what I'm saying? When she got older, she always try to, you know what I'm saying? She always try to do the, like go against the grain and shit like that when she went to the concert with her and the sister, her and her friends and shit like that. When she came home, you know what I'm saying, Cliff Huxtable, you know what I'm saying, Cliff Huxtable had that look on her like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know better. Like, she sitting there crying and shit like that. Like, man, fuck out of here, man. And, Theo, man, you know what I'm saying? Theo, man, he was cool, man. He was cool, but he definitely had all the bad girls on there, man. Definitely had you know what I'm saying, definitely had the fine girls on there. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. But at the same time, they still had that thing about like, oh yeah, like he was kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? They always had that role for a lot of shows, like, oh, somebody got to play the dumb one, or someone like that's not that smart. You know what I'm saying? Like he had ADHD and shit like that. It's like, man, that's one of I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the things I don't like about shows though. Like, there's always gotta be somebody stupid or you know what I'm saying, shit like that, man. But he was still cool, man. And Rudy Huxtable, and the most thing I remember about Rudy Huxtable, man, was singing singing that song called Modern Day. And like the whole family was doing that routine, man. That shit was fire, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic moment, man. Everybody know about that scene, man. When they was singing for the grandparents, man. You know what I'm saying? Even at one time they was singing some James Brown song and shit like that, man. Like, yeah, man, that's black excellence right there, man. That's what you call a black show, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Area 23. Oh yeah. When Vanessa got in a fight with girls at school when they call her rich girl. Cliff said your mother and I are rich. You have nothing. Yep. That shit. Oh yes, yeah, something else about Cliff Huxtable and Theo, man. Damn, what the fuck he said? I think it was the first episode, man. Because Theo would try to hide his ear, whatever. Cause he got an earring or some shit like he got his ears pierced and shit like that. And, Cliff Huxtable ain't gonna play that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and like Theo was talking some smack, whatever, and like Cliff Huxtable said, I am your father. I brought you in this world. I'll take you out. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, like that shit kind of scared me a little bit. Man. I thought you was talking to me, for a second, man. When I first watched that shit, I'm like, damn. Warren, we have Vanessa got joint T Price. Hell yeah. uh, yeah, and yeah. Theo, yeah, I'll say that Theo was the relatable one. Yeah, he was. He was a dumb. He was just going through some things, struggling in school. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right about that shit. And oh yeah, Denise Huxtable. Oh man. Oh yes, I definitely had a crush on Denise Huxtable, man. Lisa Bonet, man. Oh my goodness, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, like her daughter Zoe, Zoe's around my age anyways, man. So I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Zoe can get it too. But Lisa Bonet, Denise Huxtable, man, shit, man, that was one of my first crushes, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was mad. I was mad when she got married. I was mad when she got married to that motherfucker. I forgot the nigga's name, man. I was mad. She you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker scoop her up and shit like that, man. The Navy nigga, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't like that nigga like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, hey man, I wanted to use Huxtable, man. That bad, man. You know, Olivia, man, aka Raven Simone, man. You already know about her, man. She was cool. She was a cool, little girl in the show. She was saying copying on that Pepsi commercial, like, you got the right one, baby. That Ray Charles shit, whatever. But she would say some slick shit. Oh yeah, Bud, you know what I'm saying? Bud, Bud was Rudy's friend and shit like that, You saw him later on, the sister, and the cousin who played on the cousin who's really Max, you know what I'm saying? She later on became Maxine Shaw or Living Single, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing right there, you know. But yeah, man, Bill Cosby Show, that's just a classic, man. That's just a classic, man. For real. Yeah, the next one, Family Matters, man. Yo, man. I about to ask something, man. And T Price, man, you know what time it is, man. How old was y'all young niggas? How old was y'all young little niggas, man, when TGIF was popping, man? Y'all little niggas don't know nothing about no TGIF on ABC, man. Y'all probably wasn't even born yet, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially Steve Urkel. Nigga, Steve Urkel was, man, this nigga was crazy, man. This motherfucker was annoying, but he was also crazy, man. And it's like every time this motherfucker was always trying to get Laura. This guy was always trying to get Laura, man. The whole time, man. The whole time, man. And he was always annoying Carl. He said, "Big guy." Oh man, word. Only person like that really wasn't really annoyed by him. I ain't gonna lie, was like, well, two people I think, like Harriet Winslow and Richie. Richie looked up to that nigga, to my Uncle Steve. I'm like, man, that's crazy. But anyway, and the grandma, man, RP to the grandma, man, Estelle, I think, man. You know what I'm saying? She was the main one cool with Steve Urkel, you know what I'm saying? And RP to Myra too, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. RP to Myra, man. But she was the first one, man, that gave Steve Urkel a chance. And I ain't gonna lie, that's the only thing I really didn't like about the show. Even though I always liked Laura and shit like that, at the same time, so everybody knew that Myra looked better. And like Steve Urkel, man, you supposed to give Myra a chance, man. She was the main one that liked you from the beginning, man. Like give her like, come on, man. But it's all good, man. It's all good. And Eddie Winslow, man. This Eddie Winslow thinking he was smooth and cool, shit like that. He was getting all the girls and shit like that, man. Like, yeah, man. Motherfucker was cool. But the crazy thing is, like, when the shit first started, the first three seasons, they was playing like he was dumb. Like that's another show I'm talking about. When they always had to play somebody like they stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. And like another episode that was a great message in it was about police harassment, man. Not police harassment, like when the police basically like arrest him. You know what I'm saying? And like they basically said that he drive past, like he drove past the light or some shit like that. But he really didn't. And like Carl found out, man, he cussed some other two officers out, man. That was some real shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit's some real shit that's still going on today, man. Cops still fucking with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Cops still fucking with us, black people, period. Black men, black teenagers, man. Like it's fucked up, man. Shit's still going on. 30 years later, man. Shit is crazy, man. And and what was I gonna say? Well, your little Richie, man, he had that girl, man. I mean, the girl that was a girl that was after him, and some people probably know, but like the same girl that played in Glee, she used to go out with Big Sean, and she passed away last year. So it's like, man, it's just crazy, man. Just think about all this shit because a few people just passed away from the show, but at the same time, man, so it was, you know, still got good memories, man. So make you laugh and shit. Yeah, Waldo. Matter of fact, my bad. See, that's what happened later on. See, Eddie was a dumb one at first, right? And then when Waldo was in the cast, when they put that nigga in the cast, that motherfucker started becoming like dumb as rocks, man. Like that nigga was dumb ass rocks, man. That nigga went to the fucking he went to the what? He went to the what boot camp or some shit because what some niggas said. Like I'm like, damn nigga, the motherfuckers had to go there and get him out that shit. And that time was with Steve Urkel turned to Stephon, man. I was rooting for my boys, man. I was rooting for my boy, man, because he would try to get lowered the whole time. I ain't gonna lie, man. So like that was a classic moment. They was playing that song by Babyface, man. What I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas don't know about no Babyface, man. You know. And Rachel, I ain't gonna lie, that's someone else too. Had a little tiny crush on Rachel, Aunt Rachel, man. When she, the first couple of seasons, man. She was looking good in tight ass outfits, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. So you can't sit there. You can't sit there and lie and talk about, man, she don't look good in them tight ass outfits, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. And oh yeah, what about the little girl, man? Well, she ain't little no more because you saw what she did later on in her life, man. Judy Winslow, man. Judy Winslow, who motherfuckers ignored, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ignored this girl that turned to a woman, man. Like it's crazy, man. Like I remember what a lot of people always say, man. One episode she went upstairs and never came back from downstairs. How the fuck? How the fuck you went upstairs, man? And you never came back downstairs. And they never said anything about Judy no more, man. Yeah, Aries 23, she was doing some things. She was doing, yeah, she was doing some grown up things, all right, man. Shit, she was more for the streets, man. She was more for the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, it's just a lot of shit to talk about this show too, man. I ain't gonna get all into it right now with the show, but yeah. Some people say the show kind of went downhill when he started doing all this transformation shit. You know what I'm saying? It was cool at first with Stephon or Kel and shit like that, but like later on, you want to fucking turn yourself to Elvis and fucking Bruce Lee. You even made that fat nigga Carl Winslow. You even made that fat nigga Carl Winslow turn into some Bruce Lee shit, man. Nigga was looking crazy, man. It's like, no, that's when the shit went downhill with Orlando Brown, man. A lot of people forgot Orlando Brown was 3J, man. He was trying to be some little punk ass thug, man. You know what I'm saying? Still niggas money, still niggas wild and shit like that at first. Then they adopted that nigga. And oh yeah, something that got me really bad, man. Shout out to the real Harriet Winslow too, man. The dark skinned Harriet Winslow. They put a fucking light skinned Harriet Winslow in season 9, nigga. Like the end of season 9, they got a fucking light skinned Harriet Winslow, the same person who played Gina's mom in Martin, my nigga. Like, come on, man. What kind of shit is that? You had eight whole seasons of the dark skinned Harriet Winslow. And then after that, man, you gonna have this light skinned Harriet Winslow who's mad stiff and shit, man. Is like she ain't nowhere near like Harriet, man. Harriet's a real woman, you know what I'm saying? Like she tell you what it is, man. The light skinned one, man, man. You know how that is, man. I don't know what the fuck is up with that shit, man. You know how that shit is, man. Yeah, next one, man. Yeah, Jamie Foxx show, man. Yeah, this shit was fire, man. This was like I think this came out like 3 years after Living Color ended. And like, yo, this is one of the funniest shits I've ever seen, man. Say Jamie Foxx came to from Texas, came to Cali, saying to pursue an acting career, some shit like that. Then later on became a singer. And then, like, sky's the limit after that. And then you had Braxton. Braxton P. Hart to break. What kind of name is that, man? What kind of name? Like, who, like, that motherfucker lucky he was tall, man. That nigga would have got punked. No, oh yeah. I'm about to say, don't worry, Anna, don't worry, Anna. I got you, Anna. Don't worry on that. I got you. But yeah, like, oh yeah, the dance off between Jamie Foxx and Braxton. Oh man, that shit was funny, but Braxton kicked his ass. This motherfucker doing, yeah, see, right, this nigga doing the Jiggles episode. Damn, what's that shit called? Shit, it was him and Mouse, right? That was like the Jiggles 2000 shit, man. Later on, man, it was like roaches, 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 get out of the house. I'm like, yo, these niggas are crazy, man. What type of drugs they on, man? Like, to think of some shit like that, man. Like, that shit was crazy, man. That shit was, oh man, that shit was crazy, man. And Junior was always, this nigga was always want to bet something, buying mad lottery tickets, bet on the fucking racetracks and shit, on the horses and shit like that, nigga, losing the money. That motherfucker fucked up the fucking hotel one time. Motherfuckers had to do some shit to help the niggas out, to get that money back, get the hotel back, man. Junior was fucked them up, you know what I'm saying? But he was still funny, man, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he seemed like he was about to fight but he was about to fight Ronald Isley, right? Word. Because Ronald Isley had Mary J. Blige and shit like that there and shit like that. And they seemed like they was about to fight. Some other nigga, I forgot, man. It's Ben Vereen or some shit like. I know a lot of y'all young cats don't know about no fucking Ben Vereen, man. But anyway. And Helen, you know what I'm saying? Like Helen, you know what I'm saying? She was definitely like a mom. She was definitely a mom to the whole group, even to Braxton and Fancy, you know what I'm saying? She was like a mom, man. You know what I'm saying? She always have a support. She always has support, even with her big ass titties, man. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Those some big ass titties. Yo, that was some big ass titties, man. But anyway, man, she was cool, man. She was cool, man. She was cool, man. And oh, Fancy. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Damn. First, man, we see that face and them legs, man. Ah man, when I was young, nigga, when I was a younger nigga, when I was a preteen, when I was watching this shit, man, I'm like, yo, man, this shit is crazy. oh yeah, Aries 23. Jamie's hand to Braxton's face like, argh! I can't do it right, but still, man, that shit was funny as fuck, man. That shit was funny as fuck. Word, yeah, T Price, I'm for real, man. Fancy, man. Call her fancy pants and shit like that, man. Hell yeah, she was bad, man. She was bad, man. Hell yeah, that shit was fire. Damn, I'm trying to think anything else about this, cause this is mad episodes about this shit. Especially the episode with Braxton's real parents was fucking what's the name, Booger. What's it called? Buffalo Butt from Good Times, nigga. How the fuck that's Braxton's dad, nigga? Like, yo, man, that shit was funny as fuck, man. That shit was funny as fuck, man. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna try to spend too much time on this, man. I'm going to the next one, man. Going to the next one, man. Yeah. It's like you said, Anna. It's like you said, Anna, the Wayans brothers, man. This had to be my fucking top 10. What? Man. This shit was funny, man. Especially, man, Marlon Wayne's crazy ass, man. Yeah, for real, Aries 23. Yeah, when Jamie Foxx finally got Fancy. Yeah, man, that shit was fire. I was happy for that shit. He was trying all them seasons. But yeah, man, the Wayne's brothers, man. R.P. the Pops, man. R.P. the Pops Williams, man. Man, if I would start with that shit first. Yo, man, John Witherspoon, Pops Williams, man, he had me cracking up, man. He had me cracking up for a long time, man. This nigga. He said, "My love's going bang, bang, bang." Yo, when that shit first came out, man. Oh man. Yo, I forgot what's the Temp Tones. That was his group, the Temp Tones. Some shit like that. Oh man, that shit crazy. That shit was funny as hell. And Dee Dee was a freak. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it how it is, man. I'm gonna say it how a T.I. is, nigga. Shit. She was a freak, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause she been wanting Sean to fuck her, man. She been wanting Sean to fuck her since day one, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even though she was front on Marlon, though, you know what I'm saying? You know, come on, man. Y'all fighting. you and- you and Aries 23 fighting over Marlon. That's funny. Y'all funny. But anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying. She always liked the Sean and shit like that. Hell yeah, she was a freak, man, boy. Hell yeah. And yeah, Sean was cool. Matter of fact, I was jealous of Sean. And Sean he was getting all the man. He was another person that was getting all the girls back in the day and shit like that. He even got that girl from the first two seasons, Lisa Sunshine from what was Harlem Nights. Oh my goodness, man, goodness gracious, she was bad. She was bad. She was bad, man. I couldn't believe. I'm like, damn, man, like fuck. But Marlon Wayans, I remember one time Marlon Wayans had the girl, Sean Wayans did it though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be sleeping on Marlon Wayans, you know what I'm saying? I was rooting for Marlon Wayans that episode. I'm like, yeah, man, about time, man. Cause Sean always, you know what I'm saying? Sean always try to front on him, man, because he's the bigger brother and shit like that, man. But Marlon was crazy, man, especially that drug episode, nigga. He was eating that candy in the jar and shit like that. And the nigga was acting crazy. I mean, it was a serious episode though. But the only thing is, I didn't like that last episode, man. When the last season, when they basically had him playing a black gay guy and shit like that. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Like, why y'all like? I understand it was the show shit, but you know, oh D sister, damn D sister. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Mom Wayne's, yeah, he was with D sister. She was in the military and shit like that. Mom Wayne's had some baddies, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be sleeping on Marlon Wayans like that. He has some baddies. And yeah, man, John Witherspoon, man, he was always dancing. He was always dancing with the white shoes, man, with the bow tie, man, with the white belt, man. Oh yeah, somebody else too, man. Yeah, what's his name? White Mike, whatever I think his name is. RP to him too, man. But yeah, man, like that dude was funny as hell too, man. And TC with the gold tooth, nigga. Motherfucker was still living in the 70s, nigga. You know, on the 90s show, nigga. Like, man, that shit was crazy. Yeah, even the guy who played Still in Juice, man, I forgot his name. Bentley, I think his name was. I don't know. Like, yeah, he was funny. There was always cracking on him about fact jokes and shit like that. Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, I go to the next one, man. Yeah, Steve Harvey show. Yeah, man. Steve Harvey show. Yeah, this was a classic, man. You know, this was another show that was on the WB. What y'all know about the WB? The WB frog, man. What y'all know about that? You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, man. It was a funny show, man. It's that time when Steve Harvey, Cedric Entertainer, that they got They got arrested. They got arrested for some scam tickets, whatever. Like motherfuckers sold them some tickets, whatever. That was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny as fuck, man. That shit was funny as fuck. And you already know the whole time Steve Harvey should have jumped into the group. Oh yeah, you talking about Clyde, right? Every said Clyde Fry. It said Fried Clyde or some shit like that, man. That one time motherfucker tried to holler at Regina and shit. Oh shit. That motherfucker called Steve Hightower Lionel Richie one time, man. I was dying, nigga. I was on the floor, man. How you gonna call this nigga how you call this nigga Lionel Richie, man? But yeah, man, that shit was funny, man. Steve Harvey waited 6 fucking seasons, man, to be with Regina. You know what I'm saying? Finally got Regina and shit like that. Cause she was fronting on Steve at first because of that high school shit. You know what I'm saying? She didn't like how Steve call her pick a grin and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Definitely, she definitely didn't like that shit because she used to be overweight and shit like that. But yeah, you finally got it after 6 seasons, man. But Seti, man, you know what I'm saying? Cedric the Entertainer, man, this motherfucker wasn't playing. Soon Levita got on there. That motherfucker did what he had to do, man. That motherfucker did what he had to do. She was at his house, man. She was at his house. This motherfucker, like, yo, this girl got this nigga. This girl got this nigga cooking breakfast for this. Matter of fact, she was cooking breakfast for this nigga. The next day, shit. Then they wound up getting married and shit like that, man. And yeah, man, R.P. to Romeo, man. You know what I'm saying? R.P. to Romeo. I ain't gonna lie. But they was also trying to make him stupid. And Bullethead, you know what I'm saying? Like those basically two people to try to make them two stupid and shit like that. Always have them, you know, like way back in the grave, always failing, getting held back and shit year after year. But that was still funny. You said Lydia Liza Gutman. Oh, yo, that one time when she said we put me on top of the class, I'm gonna be shaking that ass. Yo, like everybody, yo, everybody, everybody, don't fucking class fucking like start rooting and shit like that. Word, that shit was funny as hell, man. And that time when Romeo want to take his shirt off, then Lydia, he's like, "Oh yeah, how about these babies and shit like that?" Like, damn, man, like she didn't care. You know what I'm saying? To get that attention, man, she would do anything for that attention. She'll show her titties, man. And that's what type of time that's what type of time Lydia Liza Gutman was on, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Go to the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna go back quick. I'm gonna go back quickly though. But yeah, the Jeffersons, man. The Jeffersons, man, is a classic, man. Everybody grew up on this shit, man. Nick at Night. For me, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, I ain't that old. So but this shit, when I first saw this shit, Nick at Night, man. Especially the times my parents were trying to, basically my parents was like, yo, take your ass to bed. Take your ass to bed and shit like that. I try to be hard headed and sneak out and fucking turn the TV on and watch these shows and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this was a classic, man. R.P. to Sherman Hemsley, man, and the woman who played Wheezy. Uh, oh yeah, Lenny Kravitz, mom. You know, that's the friend, right? And her husband Tom. You know, like Tom was cool sometimes, but like my boy George, my boy George Jefferson was cooking this nigga, man. Oh man, this nigga George Jefferson was cooking Tom. He didn't give a fuck, man. I'm not gonna say it on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to upset nobody. But he did say a word. But that was back then, you know what I'm saying? You definitely can't say that now, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will get canceled, motherfuckers will get their shit suspended, you know what I'm saying, expelled, nigga. Like motherfuckers had this shit like just canceled, man. Like for real. They talked the way George Jefferson talked back then, man. Shit. I think his name Bentley. I think his name is Bentley, man. See, that's how you know this has been a long time. So I seen this. And Bentley, man, you know what I'm saying? He was cool, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, George Jefferson, he didn't give a fuck, man. He was talking shit to anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker came um from the cleaning, cleaners, you know what I'm saying? Like he was the man from the cleaners, man. He was the man, owning cleaners and shit like that, man. Finally got that piece of the pie, man. You know what I'm saying? And Marla Gibbs, man, who played Florence, man. Yeah. She was the main one. She was basically, to me, she was like, besides Wheezy, you know what I'm saying? She would come back at George Jefferson, but Florence was the main one coming back at that nigga, man. Florence was the main one snapping back at that nigga, man. Yeah, Aries 23. Yeah, like there was two Lionels though. I think there was almost three, but yeah, there was two. Shit, crazy. And Jenny, I think that's Lionel's girlfriend, whatever. Jenny, I think it is. She was cool. The doorman. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker always asking for a tip, man. George Jefferson, he gotta say his smart remarks. But one of my favorite, man, when they was dancing with him and Lenny Kravitz's mom was dancing, man. Oh shit. That shit was one of the highlights, man. You can never forget that shit, man. Especially when everybody was walking on I think George Jefferson's back or something like that, man. Like that shit was crazy, man. But yeah, I'm going on to the next one. Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Chappelle's show, man. Oh man. That was, man. Damn, man. It's sad, man, because like, yo, man, like we need a show like this right now, but it's just too much PC going on. It's too much, you know, Me Too movement, too much people getting canceled, man, for different shit, man. It's just it's a sensitive it's a more sensitive world right now, man. But Dave Chappelle, man, man, this nigga, man. What you mean Aries 23 couldn't get the Dave Chappelle? What? Shit, Dave Chappelle show, this shit was crazy. Nigga had the Rick James. Oh yeah, that was the most famous, man. I'll never forget, man. I was going to work, man. I was going to work, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy. Motherfucker, like, it's a celebration. Ah, man. Motherfuckers like, fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch, nigga. Darknesses. Yo, man. Yo, man. I know too much about this show, man. But I was gonna say this. I'm just gonna say it's my favorite skits, man. That Rick James shit, that Prince shit, man. With Charlie Murphy. Charlie RP to Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy was laughing, man. He was laughing. He said, "Do you want to play a game of basketball?" Oh my god, man. That shit was too much, man. And like it was funny because Prince bust that ass. Like Prince in their revolution. RP the Prince, man. But yeah, he played the revolution and like after they whooped his ass, after they whooped their ass, man, like like Charlie Murphy said, like they served some pancakes and grapes. He stared at the camera for a while. He said, pancakes and some grapes. No, I think he just said pancakes. I think it was one thing. But anyway, that shit was funny, man. They had that nigga they had that nigga humping the ball, man. Pause, man. You know what I'm saying? They had this dude like when he dunked the ball, See, that's the shit that was. I never seen no comedy shit like that, man. This dude dunked on the ball. He looked at the camera, took his fucking arms off the shit, and this nigga just staring at the camera. He's still in the air. He's still in the air. Nigga like, oh man, that shit was crazy. And that fake Sesame Street shit that the puppets, man. Oh, oh, that shit was crazy. Especially Charlie Murphy. Especially Charlie Murphy would say, "You don't understand." I made love to my head. So I don't need you, honey. I beat my like it owes me money. Like y'all never forget when that shit first came online, man, on Comedy Central, man. That shit had everybody rolling. That shit had everybody rolling, man. Oh, come on, Andy K. Nah, you gotta watch some Chappelle show. You gotta watch some more Chappelle show. You gotta watch that shit. That shit funny as hell. But yeah, man. And that it's like NIGGAR, it's the nigga family. You know, that Clayton Bixie skit, man. That shit, oh man, that shit is crazy, man. The whole time, man, this dude was a blind black man who thought he was white the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You know, basically with the KKK group, man, reading the, he even wrote a book. I'm like, yo, this is some crazy shit. Like, oh man, it's just too much shit about this, man. There's too much shit about this. Uh, but yeah, the last show, man, in living color, man. I had to say this for last, man, because this brought a lot of fucking talent, man. This is the blueprint. There wouldn't be no Dave Chappelle. There wouldn't be no Chappelle show without this, man. There would be no Mad TV, man. There would be no Key and Pill, nigga. Anything in the future, man. If it wasn't for Living Color. Even though Saturday Night Live, they started that shit in Richard Pryor's show and shit like that. But the Living Color, man, that really started a lot of shit, man. Man, this shit was funny as hell, man. Like a lot of people be sleeping on Keen Ivory Wayans though, man. You know what I'm saying? He's always been a good director and shit. But at the end of the day, man, this nigga had when this motherfucker was playing a fake ass Rick James nigga. Oh shit. Yeah, the fake ass Jerry Curls, man. He said East Coast, West Coast. This motherfucker, man, this motherfucker Keen Ivory Wayans, man, is low key a funny ass nigga for real, man. Like he was just more to the director type shit, man. But producer this shit. That shit was Time and Time with him and Damon Wayans, man. And you know about Damon Wayans, like it's like shut up, homie, don't play that, man. Man, I remember way back, man, because when this shit came out, man, I was young, man. So I remember back in elementary school, man, everybody was saying that shit. Even had T-shirts, man. Homie the Clown with a fucking big ass black sock with a fucking ball in it. Motherfuckers doing that at school, man. That shit was stupid, man. But and you see how Damon Wayans, like he even had movies later on, man. Like he became, he became, he was in Last Boy Scout and Blank Man and shit like that. He had his movies and shit like that. And Jim Carrey, man, to me, Jim Carrey, man, he did a lot, man. And that's why you gotta respect the show too, man. Jim Carrey played Fire Marshal Bill. And let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This nigga Jim Carrey, man. This nigga played a lot of shit, man. This nigga played a lot of movies later on, man. So like, and like he's not in the picture, but Jamie Foxx, man. You see how he came up, man, doing Ray and all that shit. And David Allen Greer. this this motherfucker was always on the guitar. You know what I'm saying? He was always singing the song, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hit the high note right now. My nose stuffy right now. I ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to play myself on live right now. Hell nah, man. Hell nah. But yeah, for real, Anna, you know what I'm saying? Jim Carrey. For real, Jim Carrey, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you gotta respect this show. It brought a lot of future talent, future greats, man, future legends came from this shit. A lot of people forgot Kim Coles, that's in the picture. She was only in the first season, but she later on still did her thing and living single later on, you know what I'm saying? So, it's basically everybody and Kim Wayne's, Tommy Davidson, crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? Sean Marlon, of course, you know what I'm saying? All of them. Man, it was funny. I ain't like the men on film, man. That was too much, man. I'm sorry, because I already know that's what made Marlon and not Marlon. I'm bugging. That's what made Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer get the check really crazy like that. But I ain't like it was too excessive for me, man. I ain't like that. Oh yeah, Kim Wayne's doing Miss Jenkins. uh, I want to gossip, so he ain't heard that from me. Hell yeah. Plus, not just that, but it's not just that. It was like Living Color be doing them fake ass. They'll be making fun of music videos in the middle of the show. Like it should be funny. They be making fun of Crystal Waters and Jared Jackson and Whitney Houston and all that shit, man. Oh man, but yeah, it's definitely a classic, man.